Davo, a 0-0 draw at Cinderford Town this afternoon, just fallen short of the playoffs. What's your immediate reaction?
Obviously one of disappointment, to lose out on the playoffs because we didn't lose the game, drew 0-0. It is one of disappointment, but when you look at the way that we've produced the performances we have this season, and again we produced a good performance today against the form team in the league who we're always going to be a tough nut to crack. We gave it absolutely everything. I asked the lads not to leave any ounce of effort, not on the pitch, and they did that. I couldn't have asked for more. Hit the post last minute. We had corner after corner, and we gave everything. So disappointment, but massively proud of the performance this season, and the way that we conducted ourselves today, and also the way that we lost the game. The way that we drew the game and obviously lost out, because it's very easy to get funny or show a bad attitude or not be gracious, and I think we did that. I thought we were very gracious in ultimate defeat. So proud of the efforts of the boys and also their conduct.
We hit the post twice this afternoon and also had a penalty appeal turned down. Just wasn't going to be our day, was it?
No, I mean, the penalty appeal is ludicrous for him to get booked. I mean, he's got a big red mark on his leg where he got kicked on it, but I thought the referee didn't give us a lot all day, but it's silly to moan and groan about referees. I hear a lot of people doing that. We're not going to do that. We didn't get an awful lot of rub of the green on that, but it was just wasn't our day. And like you say, we hit the post in the last minute. Great effort really from Sim. He's disappointed. He feels like he's let us down, but he hasn't. If it was anyone was going to be a hero, I'd love it to have been Sim, because his attitude's just incredible. And we talk about value for money with people, and he is the most value for money player, I think, in the league. I couldn't want more than the effort he puts in. I just wish he was the hero for the day. He's certainly not the villain. It was a good effort, hit the post, and just unfortunate.
Everyone's saying the same thing. A great season as a whole. What would you say your highlights and your lowlights have been? It's easy to say lowlights is now. The fact that we've not got in the playoffs when we've been pushing and striving so hard for it. But I genuinely feel I was disappointed, but I really feel proud now. So I wouldn't necessarily call this a lowlight. I think the lowlight for me was a couple of the losses recently. Bideford away, which is a tough game. To lose the game at home against Manor Farm was a disappointment, because it handed initiative over. But I wouldn't want to harp too much on those lowlights, because ultimately they've been fantastic, and I couldn't have asked for a lot more from them. Highlights, obviously the FA Cup run was fantastic. The performance at Merthyr was incredible. The performance at Blackfield, we beat Blackfield twice this season, and they're the champions, deserved champions, and we beat them twice, not conceded. I could go through game after game. The gamers at Cirencester, both home games, we were brilliant. There's loads of games we could go through, and then the loss at Torquay, albeit a 4-1 loss, but it was a gallant loss at a team that's gone on to win the Conference South. So there's so many good moments, and I look forward to looking back on it a little bit and reflecting on it. But for now, I'm a bit disappointed but proud. Big summer ahead for you now. Are you looking to keep a lot of the squad from this season?
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't want any of them to leave or go, and I'd like to think that they'll all know what they've got here. There's a special group. I've been in a lot of teams and over the years and managed some good teams, good groups or good squads. But it's the best squad of lads I've had the pleasure of ever being a part of. They're top drawer, and even on the bus now they're still having a laugh and a giggle, and they're just a top drawer group of lads. And I hope that we can manage to keep hold of them as best as we can. I'm pretty sure most of them will want to stay, and we see if we can build on it. It's going to be difficult to build on it, there's no doubt about that, but we'll give it a right good go and see if we can keep most of them and maybe add one or two to it.
And the first team have been given a lot of support from your backroom staff. I know you want to give a mention to them.
Yeah, I've got to say that the staff's been incredible. I mean, obviously, probably my best signing of the season was Sean Birchnell
was it late November sort of time, he's come in and he's been a revelation. Couldn't ask for more from him. He's been absolutely brilliant. Obviously Pete on the reports, he's always been spot on, and again today he was spot on, 11 out of 11. He gets it right every time. And then Joe Broxham on the physio and sports therapy side, along with Nina, who helps out as well. Couldn't ask for more from all of those. And then also the youth staff that we've got, Ryan Andrus and Dazza Nix, Jada, Jamie Ricketts, Ken, all of them have been brilliant. And it's a pleasure to be the manager at the top of it all, because they're absolutely great bunch of lads and girls.
And another positive from this season is the number of youth players that we've included in the squads. Jack Francis as well today, another one.
Yeah, I think someone said there's been 17 or 18 lads that have been in the youth team that have been featuring in certain games during the season, and that's only ever going to grow. And we know what we've got in terms of finances and stuff. We need to rely on the youth, and we'll keep doing that. There's no doubt about that. They'll always have a pathway to the first team with us, and another good season. Jack Francis has done brilliant in the reserves and the youth, and he's got another year of youth football, and yet he's experienced all of this today. So no doubt about that. We'll continue to develop young players.
I know it seems a long way away now. What are your plans for pre-season and next season? Basingstoke also coming down into our division next season?
Yeah, when we started working on the pre-season side of things, we're going to do it differently this year. Unfortunately, we can't use the pitch due to work on it, so we're going to have a lot of away games this season in pre-season. And with that, you have difficulties because a lot of teams don't want to host someone from either the same level or lower. So we've arranged a few decent games, and we'll keep trying to work on that to get as good a programme as we can together. Basingstoke come into our league now, which is a surprise. I think they probably weren't expecting it. They've got a very high profile management team there, and I imagine they'll want to keep them and try and bounce back, so that'll be good. I think they're ground sharing at Farnborough next year, so that's a good place to go and play football as well. So we look forward to it. Obviously we see who goes up in the playoffs. There's 4 good teams in there. I think if the season had gone on a few more weeks, I think we'd have got in there, because we've been on just an incredible run, and I'm sure whoever will have been pleased to avoid us in the playoffs, but I wish all 4 of them all the very best.
And finally, a mention for the supporters who were in fine voice behind the goal this afternoon.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't wish for a better group of supporters. They've been absolutely first class. Obviously we don't have the massive crowds that some of the teams have got in our league, but what we do have is quality over certain amounts of quantity, and the quantity is going up. There's more and more people getting involved and wanting to be part of it, and they've got such a good group of lads that want to involve the supporters and talk to them and are approachable, and I think a lot of people have jumped on board with that, and we're seeing more and more people getting more and more involved and coming to more and more games, and hopefully that continues to grow next year. But I want to say a massive thanks to the core group that are always there, and also the ones that have joined as well, and joining that band of core supporters, because there's no doubt about it, they're shouting and screaming, and the efforts they go to just lifts the players. And walking out today and there's 20 of them with a face mask of me is hilarious, and it just shows what they're about. They got banners with Jamie Barron's name on it, flags and banners with Jamie Barron's name on it, and other players and stuff. You don't get that in most places, and I'm just so gutted for them and for everyone that we couldn't quite get over the line today. But I think we've all had a great season, and hopefully we can match it. It'll take some matching next year, or match it, or even better at next year. We'll be doing what we can to try and make that happen. But big thanks to them. They've been superb.
Commiserations today, Davo. Thanks for your time this season, and have a great summer break.
Cheers, mate, and also thanks to you, mate. You've been superb. Much appreciated doing the interviews and keeping people, giving the opportunity for me to keep people updated with what's going on, and also the filming that you've been doing has been spot on. Nice one, mate.
Thanks, David.